How's it going, everyone? My name is Nathan Evans, and the company I focused on for my public relations audit was ScoreMore. So, the industry that ScoreMore thrives in is the concert and event promotion industry. And this is basically the industry that creates, manages, and promotes live performances. And this is an industry that has really started to pick up within the last decade with the introduction of streaming services. In fact, the New York Times has estimated billions of dollars lost by record labels as society transitions into this streaming era. So, in order to offset this monetary loss, record labels have increased their investments into live performances. And this is where ScoreMore comes in. ScoreMore is a festival production company and artist management firm that has built an extremely strong reputation in the state of Texas. It was founded in 2007 by a group of college students living in Austin, Texas, who noticed a massive lack of audience turnout at many of the live music events they attended. Interesting for the so-called live music capital of the world. So they started throwing concerts with college students in mind, booking some of their favorite artists like J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar, who were pretty much insignificant figures in the music industry at the time. Then, as artists like these guys began developing a strong reputation, so did ScoreMore, who people started recognizing as quote unquote their favorite rappers, favorite promoters. Now, since 2007, ScoreMore has developed into a household brand around Texas, known for throwing some of the largest festivals in the state, such as Jambalaya, Malaluna, Neon Desert, and J. Cole's Dreamville Festival, all thrown in cities scattered around Texas. So let's take a quick look at the different ways public relations is used at ScoreMore. For the most part, it's pretty simple, which I will expand on later. But the entire company is basically rooted in its ability to produce and execute strategic marketing campaigns for all of the concerts they throw and for any of the community outreach programs they run. Marketing and promotion definitely sit at the core of ScoreMore's priorities as they are a promotion brand. So with this in mind, my analysis of their situation looks as follows. Their three biggest strengths are found in their one, conscious ability to remain loyal to the artists they work with and the fans that come out. Two, their creative approach to developing relationships with each and every artist and industry professional that they work with. And three, their incredible effort to give back to the community by donating a portion of all festival proceeds to different relevant organizations. Now, overall, I think ScoreMore is actually a very great company that is run incredibly well. However, I also believe that the weaknesses I have listed may be holding them back from meeting their true potential. Let me explain. First, although they clearly put a lot of effort into marketing every concert and festival they produce, I noticed an issue in their level of brand awareness overall, judging by their inability to make a clear connection between them as the ones behind all these popular festivals. This was evidenced by an extreme lack of engagement on all of their company social media profiles in relation to the massive engagement received by each profile dedicated to specific festivals. Now, this limited approach to company-dedicated marketing definitely isn't causing any direct harms to the company at its current stage. However, as they begin to further develop their artist management department and move in a direction towards eventually establishing it as a legitimate record label, brand awareness associated with the company is going to be especially important for the chance to be acquired by a larger record label or find success in building their own reputable portfolio of big name artists. Now, finally, a huge contributor to both of these issues I mentioned is the fact that their website is honestly just incredibly uninformative. In fact, over the course of my research, they went from having an About tab that sort of gave an overview of the company mission along with ways to connect company representatives to pulling back the entire website completely to show just their upcoming shows, making an already pretty bad website substantially worse. So, with these issues in mind, I was able to come up with a few recommendations for the company backed by some of the theories we discussed in class. The first most obvious recommendation I have for ScoreMore is to make a dedicated effort to promote their brand. One way to do this could be to start reallocating priorities within the company to make brand awareness a focus. Another way would be to specifically start utilizing PR newswire and press releases. Throughout all my research, I found only one mention of their company in the PR newswire, and even that was only because the company that had recently acquired them, Live Nation, had used it to publicly announce their partnership. My second recommendation for ScoreMore would be to use brand new research suggesting a link between attending concerts and living longer to their advantage. Providing incentives like this could serve as the deciding factor to a market of individuals with limited concert and festival knowledge or experience who need that extra push to buy a ticket. And finally, I would recommend that ScoreMore begin moving towards scaling their company on a national scale. At the moment, ScoreMore is only relevant in the state of Texas. With the popularity of attending festivals steadily increasing, an absolutely enormous market is being missed by limiting themselves to one state. While ScoreMore clearly corners the market with their strong catalog of music festivals in Texas, expanding their outreach across the nation could be really promising, not only financially, but from a brand development standpoint overall. This can be done by utilizing their already extensive network of connections, both artists and industry professionals, in order to throw festivals in other cities across the country and heighten brand awareness across the globe. It is also important to consider scaling their company accordingly in order to guarantee reputability as they continue to develop their artist management program. Moving towards global outreach campaigns would help solidify themselves as a leading competitor in the entertainment industry and open up a greater opportunity to be acquired by a large record label, as I mentioned before. So, overall, my biggest concern with ScoreMore has to do with their minimal brand presence. Because of this, there are a handful of PR activities backed by theories we covered in class that I think they could start utilizing in order to further develop themselves in this aspect. First, I would recommend that the CEO and street team start speaking at conferences and events. Social diffusion theory would suggest that this would create a fully immersive customer experience that would make more people want to engage with their brand, want to learn more about what they do, and ultimately want to advocate on behalf of ScoreMore as receivers apply any valuable information they learn from the event, see success themselves, and in turn promote the company. Someone who utilizes this strategy extremely well is Gary Vaynerchuk, CEO of VaynerMedia, who hosts frequent speaking events in which he does his best to provide aspiring entrepreneurs with valuable insight into business and reasons for his success in order to help others achieve their business goals as he did. Second, ScoreMore should definitely just fix their website overall, but specifically provide the community with outlets on their website for them to be able to contact employees in regards to questions, acquiring internships, acquiring statements for publications, booking/managing artists, and promoting venues. Which brings me to my third point: offer internships opportunities. Social diffusion theory would suggest that overall awareness and engagement with the company would increase by giving individuals the opportunity to connect with them on the website and to learn from them through internships in order to acquire knowledge and credibility moving forward that would further promote the brand. And finally, as I mentioned before, ScoreMore should definitely make an effort to throw music festivals nationwide. Magic bullet theory would suggest that the greater the presence ScoreMore can have around the nation, the greater their influence would be, and thus increase the public's overall awareness of the brand. All in all, I think ScoreMore is a fantastic company that I truly advocate for. However, by tweaking just a few of their current procedures, I believe that they can use public relations to their advantage and take the company to a massive scale that they never thought possible. And that concludes my presentation. I hope you all enjoyed.